Hey, hi everybody, welcome. So as noted in my Facebook post, this is going to be just sort of a quick condensed, it's the Hatha basics. Hatha is the root of a lot of our yoga, and so these look at asana. It's seated, most of it, some of it's laying down. And the first section is to work through the joints, so we're rolling the joints. The second part is a little more to help with the digestive energy, and then the third part is to actually help that energy move through the body. So there's 3 levels meant to be sort of tiered for whatever works for you, and you can start with the first part, and pause and maybe do that each day. You can do 1, 2, and 3 if that works for you all at once, but really meant to be, it's not meant to be strenuous or to have you strain in any way, but rather help nourish and condition your body. So the base posture is seated, and we extend the legs out. You can have your hands behind you, not to lean back, but rather help support a long spine. Let's turn this way so you can see me. And we start at the bottom of the body for this first section, and we work up. So we start with the toes, and it's toe flexing. We're going to point and pull the toes. So to be noted, these postures they happen in sequence, and we usually do them about 10 times each, but with our condensed version, we're just going to do these first ones for the joints about 5 times each, and then again maybe 3 times for the lower leg. So we're going to point and curl, starting with the toes, and see if you can even close your eyes if that works for you, or just notice the sensation of that. We're now going to take that into the ankles, so we're going to point and flex the feet, and again we're going to do this about 5 times. So you can inhale as you pull the toes, okay, and then ankle rotations. So option 1 is to start with your right leg and go clockwise 5 times. Option 2 is to do both feet at the same time in the same direction. Option 3 is to have the feet going in different directions. So you can choose what works for you. Again, we'll go about 5 circles, and it's meant to just connect your brain, your breath, and your body. Okay, so after doing that 5 times, we're going to come into we're going to straighten the legs, and we're going to pull up on the kneecaps. So it's like flexing your kneecaps and then releasing. So we're going to hold that for about 3 seconds and release. And let's do that 2 more times. Okay, we're going to bend the legs. You're going to hold on behind your right leg, going to hug it in towards your chest and extend the leg straight. Hug it in towards your chest, bend, and as the leg straightens, the arm straightens. So 5 times on the right side. Okay, switching sides, we'll come to the left. And so again, I am sort of condensing this, so we're not going through every single movement, but rather giving you an idea of what we're doing here. Okay, legs come back to straight. We're going to bend your right leg. Bring the leg up so the foot hooks over the left thigh. And it's like a half butterfly. So we're going to draw some circles with that knee. So you're going to hold on to that right foot, and the left knee is going to draw circles. You can start going clockwise about 5 times. Okay, and then counterclockwise. So again, working with the brain. That's always a brain challenge for me to figure out. Okay, 5 times, and then we'll switch legs. So coming back to that starting position, legs extended, bend the left leg, secure the foot with your hand, and make those few circles. So starting clockwise, figure that out which way. Okay, and then we'll go counterclockwise. Breathing and coordination. Back to starting extending both legs forward again. We're going to do a half butterfly, so taking that right leg, and the foot will hook onto the left thigh, and then you can take your left hand on your right thigh and just give it a few sort of assists. You're just working with the buoyancy and the movement of the hip. Okay, extending that and taking that to the other side. Left leg bends, supporting the foot, and then just assisting that knee about 5 times. And the legs go back straight. Coming into full butterfly. The options are to bring your heels as close into your body as you like. Now you can hold on to your knees or your ankles rather, and let the knees sort of flutter up and down about 20 times. Or taking your hands, that same action is just using the buoyancy, so you're not forcing. Sitting up nice and tall, so we are toning a bit with the abdomen, and fluttering the legs perhaps manually, and maybe about 30 times. And just breathe. Okay. So for this next one, we're moving up now into the hands. So you can either come back to the starting position, or you can take cross-legged if that feels better for you. So we're going to start with the hands, and it's a thumb in and then the hand open. So we're going to do this 5 times. Again, you can do both hands at once if that works for you. Thumbs in and open the fingers, or you can do one at a time. Okay, and then making circles. Again, you can do one arm at a time, so that would be clockwise first, 5 times, moving to counterclockwise, or you can have both hands going in the same or opposite directions. See, there's often some sounds that come out of there. That's good because we're lubricating our joints. Moving into the elbow, so we have arms forward again, option to do one at a time. So the hand stays out in line with the shoulder. Bend, come to the shoulder, and extend. Okay, so you can do both arms at once if that works for you. We'll just do this about 5 times. Okay, and then the next one is called a elbow crank. So we take the elbow manually we start with the right elbow, so left hand comes over, and move that elbow in a circular motion. So starting with your 5 times clockwise, coordinate with your breath. You can close your eyes if that works for you, and then repeat that going the other way, so counterclockwise. Okay, we do that on the other side. And then go the other way. We're going to do shoulder circles here, so you can do, again, both at once if that works for you, or one at a time, starting with the right side. So the elbow comes up, reaches way back, and then try to brush it along the side of your body. So we're going to do 5 times. Okay, after 5 times, switch direction, so going counterclockwise. Rest of the body is supporting this movement. And then switching sides, so hand can come up onto that left shoulder, reaches up and back, and then down, brushes along the sides of the body. Okay, and then reversing direction, so starting counterclockwise. And then we're moving to the neck and the head. So whenever we do this work, it's really slow, and it can be really helpful to close your eyes. So we'll be essentially making a big circle with the head. So we're going to drop the right ear over towards the right shoulder. And then the chin comes slowly down towards the chest. And then the left ear goes over towards the left shoulder. And then the back of the head drops back towards the back. Okay, I'm going to do this 3 times in this direction, just going so super slow, figuring out with your breath that works, and never going to a point of pain or strain. So it should not be so fast that you get, lightheaded or woozy. Of course, you can stop at any time and come back to the starting position. So bring the head upright here, take a breath. And then we'll reverse that direction. So that will be over towards the left ear, down through center, over to the right, and then through the back. And we'll just do that 2 more times. So we're creating that nice open movement in the neck. Can get really tight, especially now if you're spending a lot of time, on technology. Let's do 1 more. Okay, so this is our sampling for part 1. The second part we lay down, and it starts with leg raises. So as you lay down, I'll just come here so you can kind of see me. You want to have your spine in alignment, and we work with the legs straight. If that doesn't work for your back, so we'll be lifting up that right leg, holding for about 3 seconds, and bring it back down. You can always bend your left leg, okay, to support this movement. So we'll be doing this 3 times on the right side. The second option is to do both legs at once. So if that works for you without straining through the face, the neck, and the jaw, we'll do 3 times, either one leg or both. So if you're doing both, you might get 6 times in there. Or again, you can, and then when you've done your right side, you would switch, move to the left. Okay, coming back to the starting position, which is laying down, you're going to pick up that right leg and draw circles. So these again start counterclockwise, 3 circles with a straight leg. Okay, then we're going to go counterclockwise 3 times. Again, this is just a sampling. Usually we do 10. Okay, moving to the left, the other option is to do both legs at once. So picking the legs up, doing your 3 counter and clockwise. Okay, the next is a bicycle. Again, there's 3 options. So one is starting with the right leg, hugging it in, extending as you go forward and back down. So it's drawing a circle with your heel. Okay, that's option 1, doing one leg 3 times, switching to the left. Option 2 is to bring in that second leg. So as if you were riding a bicycle, right knee comes in. As it extends, the left knee comes in. So it's kind of like you're riding a bicycle or sort of running in the air. Okay. Option 3 is to use both legs at once. So this is, it's okay if you have a strong core. If you have back issue, it's not recommended. But it would be sort of like this dolphin flutter of the legs coming in, extending, open, reaching, and we'll just do that about 3 times. Okay, coming back to the starting position. Here we're going to hug the knee in. So hugging the right knee in and reaching your torso up towards your knee and coming back down, releasing everything. Okay, doing that 3 times. The other option is to do both legs at once. Okay, switching legs, or if you're doing both legs at once, it would be about 3 more times for what we're doing here today. Okay, from here, the next one is to hug both of your knees in towards your chest, and then this whole little bit turns over to the side, so it's like you're rolling on the back of your head, and your whole body goes over towards the side. Here, I'll move down so you can see. Your whole body goes over to the side, roll back through center, and over to the other side. So we're going to do about 3 times on each side, using your abdomen, your muscles to do this. Okay, and the next one is along the length of the spine. So this can be kind of fun. Is hugging the knees in and then rocking and rolling along the length of the spine about 3 times. If it works for you, I'll move back so you can see here, popping right up onto the feet and back down. 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to bring this into a twist. We're going to extend the legs back down. We'll bend the right leg. So the right foot, it might stay on the floor or sort of touch the top of that thigh as you draw the right leg across the body and then look over towards the right. So you're creating a single-legged spinal twist. And we'll hold for about 3 breaths. And then coming back through center, taking that on the other side, left leg comes in and then over. One more breath here. Okay, back through center. The last little bit for this part 2 section, so it's a bit shorter than the first, is boat pose. So this is a strengthening of the core where we look to hover the arms and the legs up off of the floor. So we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to do that 2 more times, boat pose, coming up, using the strength not of the face but of the center, the arms and the legs, and lower down. Okay, 1 more time. And lower down. Okay, coming back up onto your seat. So we are in part 3 now. That's the first 2 sections, just letting you know in case you wanted to pause. So this one's a little bit more about moving the energy through the body. So again, we come back to our starting position of seated with legs extended. And here we're a little bit more focused on moving and breathing at the same time. So start with the right arm, it reaches up. And then as you exhale, pull it down. Arm goes up and pull down. 1 more time. Oh, that's amazing. So my dog is right in the way. Come over here, please. Come over here. Okay, lie down. And then pull down. So we're going to do that over to the left side. Try to keep the legs and the abdomen toned without creating tension in the face. Okay, here, opening the legs into a V shape, just whatever is comfortably wide for you. Arms extend out, and then it's a twist. So there's usually a breath in the center, and then as you exhale, twisting over towards the side. Twist to the other side. That's 1. twist. Center is 2. One more. Twist. Twist. Okay, back through. Center, we bring the legs back together. And oh, sorry, no, this one is, we have to do our churning first. So we actually keep the legs open into a V. Sit up nice and tall. And looking to use the strength of the torso and the arms extended. So you can like bring your arms together here. It's like it's churning, like you're churning butter, stirring a big, big vat. So we're gonna reach forward over to that right foot. Stay forward, reach over to the left foot, and then pull it back with your torso and your arms. So right to the left and back. One more time this way. Okay, and then reversing directions 3 times. Left to the right and back. Left to the right and back. Okay, so here, now we come into our rowing, which is both of the legs extended forward. And you're going to look to keep your spine long and reach forward as if you had a rower, and you're going to pull back and lean back as far as you can, bending your elbows. So using that strength. One more time. Okay, coming into a squat here. So coming up onto the feet, have your feet, about wider than your hips. And then we're going to start finding a nice tall spine. So you might get a little bit of movement into the center of the hip. So again, you can interlace the fingers, make that fist. And then here is, we stay in the squat, but the arms reach up, so the gaze might go up, and then it's a when the breath comes out really fast. It's like you're chopping wood. One more. Okay, so also staying in our squat, we're going to reach forward like we're rounding the spine. So you can keep your hands clasped or bring them together, reaching forward, rounding your spine, and then pulling back upright and lengthening away. So the heart lifts and the elbows might direct the knees out. Okay, so reaching forward as far forward as you can. Head can go down, bring it in, and then up. Okay, do this one more time. Now we're going to take our squat into a forward fold. So in between a squat and a forward fold, we're going to take the feet from the inside. So you're going to take your hands on the inside of your feet from your squat, so your elbows are on the inside. And then lengthen your legs so the hips go up and the head goes down. And we hold this for about 3 breaths. Okay, coming back down into your squat. Take a breath. And then again, we'll extend the hips up. Head goes low. Okay, hips go back down. We're going to do that one more time. All the way up. And then come on back down. Okay, so releasing the feet. This next one is, it's squat walking, so they call it a crow walk. Move back a little bit so you can see me. So you can actually have your hands on your knees, and then the right knee is going to cross over towards the left. Take a little step with that left. And then as the left knee comes down, you step with the right. So it's sort of this crisscross of the knees to go in as you walk. Okay, we're going to keep our little squat, and then the last bit here is to create a twist from it. So from our squat, you're going to drop that right knee in front, scissor the left knee on top, and then turn over towards the left. So it's to create sort of a compression or a rinse in the torso. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Left knee down, right knee scissors on top. Look over towards the right. Okay, that's one. We're going to do 2 more times. And then left knee down. And 1 more. Okay, coming out here, usually finishing in a Shavasana shape, which is laying down. Extending arms and legs away from your center body, and we'll just take 3 breaths here together. Of course, you can extend your Shavasana as long as you like. And again, that was just a quick little condensed version. So I did use this book. I got it a few years ago in my teacher training. It's goes through a lot of the postures, so it can help you with where and when to breathe and move the body. And really, it's meant to sort of be a base of where we should start with our body awareness, with our breath, and kind of building on these things. So before we get off into that other world of, things that are like fancy and really causing strain or pain in the face, that we have this awareness of our body, of our breath. And so the idea in Hatha Yoga is that moves energy through the body. It creates this openness for the energy to flow, which in turn helps to balance and heal. So thank you for joining. Namaste. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can always message me, and I will save this one.